Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Reexamining the Theoretical Foundation of Social Work Practice Conference. My name is Kaya Richardson, and I'll be discussing what a theory is, how social workers use theories, and just going into detail about some of the theories that we use as social workers. Is everybody familiar with a theory? Well, if not, a theory is a well thought out and evidence based concept or idea that explains observations, events, situations. As social workers, we use theories to understand, explain, or make sense of behaviors or situations. For example, if we have a child who is behaving disruptively, not being able to sit down and focus, having trouble concentrating, we may use a theory to explain his behavior or factors that contribute to his behavior. Theories provide insight of the past, the present, and future. What may have occurred, what is occurring now, and what may occur in the future. Theories also provide inform the social work practice as a whole by providing a framework or foundation for how we understand our clients and their situations and what might happen when we use a certain approach or method with that client. The first theory that we're going to discuss is the cognitive development theory. This theory has two approaches to it: the John Piaget's theory and the Levi Vygotsky's theory. John Piaget focuses more on the child's ability to adapt to new experiences or situations, while Vygotsky focuses on the culture and how the culture plays a part in our social interactions. He believed that uh, Vygotsky believes that children develop through formal and informal conversation with adults. They learn through instructions and guidance, while Piaget believes that children learn through self-discovery, that they learn by doing stuff themselves. But he do believe that interaction plays a part to it, but not as much as self-discovery. He believes that Piaget believes that children learn when they want, while Vygotsky believes that children develop um, cognitive development can be accelerated through, like I said, the guidance of family members and adults and their peers, and through the zone of proximal development. So he believes that if you surround yourself around people who follow the rules, who do what they're supposed to, who studies and wants to make good grades, then you will do the same. Well, if you follow between people who rebellious, who doesn't think to other people's feelings, or who just defies laws and rules, then as well you'll develop that way. John Piaget's theory is broken up into four stages of development: the sensomotor, the operational, the concrete operational, and the formal thought. So the sensomotor starts from birth until about 2 years old, and this is where infants acknowledge their abilities such as sensor and motor skills. Pre-application is when children begin to think symbolically. They use words and pictures to represent objects. Concrete operational is when children thinking skills advance, where they learn through pretend play, but they struggle with logic or taking someone else's point of view. Formal operational is when the child logic has increased. Now they're able to use deductive reasoning or understand abstract ideas or look at the world more scientifically. The next theory that we'll discuss is a psychosocial theory, a sexual theory. This was developed by Sig Freud, and he conceptualized this theory, also known as the psychoanalytic theory, through motivation to behavior, which means that he believed that every behavior is motivated. That no behavior happens by accident or by random. That it has a meaning and a purpose. He breaks down our consciousness to three parts: the pre-conscious, the conscious, and the unconscious. And when doing that, he also broke down the structure of personality. So the structures of personality are broken down to three big parts: the id, the ego, and the superego. The id is the one that reacts irrationally on impulses that they don't think of the consequences. They want it now. And the ego plays as the mediator between the superego and the ego. The ego wants to satisfy the impulse of finding a way that is deemed appropriate by society or by, which is basically what the superego is the way that we seek to be perfect based on society and the standards that society has set forth for us and the behaviors that they deem appropriate. He also talks about his stages of development of sexuality and correction. He starts off with the oral stage, which starts at infancy with the mouth. The mouth. Everything we're doing is our sexual drive starts with the mouth. So sucking, swallowing, using bottles, playing, putting our hands in our mouth, stuff like that, all the way to the adolescent stage, which is the demo. The psychosocial theory was developed by Erikson, and this theory is a modification for our psychosexual theory. Erikson emphasized that on the social nature of development rather than the sexual nature. He believed that our personality is developed throughout a whole lifespan, whereas Freud believed that our personality is only developed and shaped through our childhood. He says that we experience 11 stages of development over our lifetime, from infancy to adulthood. He also said just that we are motivated by a need to achieve the competence in certain stages of our life. And those skills that we need to achieve are our developmental tasks. And he also says that through every stage we experience a conflict that we need to resolve, and that is called the psychosocial crisis. So if you are successful in solving that crisis in a positive way, you develop prime adaptive qualities. And these are qualities that give us a positive worldview, a healthy personality, and a sense of confidence. And if we fail to master that conflict or resolve that conflict, we develop core pathologies. And these are negative qualities. It gives us a negative worldview. It prevents us from further exploration, development, relationships. It gives us a feeling of inadequacy. All these theories that I have discussed plays a role in social work. We use these to explain certain things that happen in development, why it happens at certain times. These theories will be used throughout social work and play a huge part in social work. So that is the end of my presentation. I want to thank y'all for allowing me to speak. Y'all have a nice evening.